What's going on, folks? It's Remsen Noir here at remnoir.com, and scrolling through my news feed on things like Facebook and Twitter and so on. It's a very hot topic now, very polarizing discussion, and it's about public breastfeeding. So the whole issue is a little ridiculous to me, but it's been a very viral topic. So here's the thing that's so strange about it. So normally, the female breast is something that's very objectified and heavily glorified. Okay? So you see it all over TV and ads, breast pushed up underneath the chin, oiled up, whatever the case is, right? But there's certain things you can't do, apparently. You can't show nipple in public, and you can't breastfeed. Very odd to me. So my cousin posted a video on her Facebook. It's a YouTube video. It's about a man and a woman. The woman has her baby. And they go and they sit down next to someone, and she begins breastfeeding her baby. And they record it to get the reactions of the people that they sat next to. Some thought it was okay. Go ahead, have at it. Others, they were very uncomfortable with it, and they were very vocal about their discomfort with it. And the whining and the complaining, like public breastfeeding is a thing that bothers people tremendously. It makes people very uncomfortable. And the odd thing to me is the fact that if you're going to display breast doing anything, breastfeeding is going to be pretty high up on the list there, because it's something that's it's something that's completely natural. There's nothing wrong with it. And you want to think about the stress and the commitment that a woman has to go through in order to raise and nurture a baby. And then you have people who now impose this restriction on her, where not only does she have to take care of her baby and feed her baby, but she also has to do it away from the eyes of other people. She has to go and find a place away from people to feed her baby. And it's just like, who are you to impose that on this woman? Who are you to complain about her feeding her baby in a completely natural and harmless way? It's not like she's pulling it out and squirting breast milk in your face. So what's the problem, right? But in order to really get down to the root of this, you have to understand the confines and the constraints of the society that we live in. We live in a society that's so conducive to an unnatural lifestyle. It's so far away from what's natural and what human given rights we have. It's so far from that we no longer understand natural principles, natural actions. We have all these parameters and borders and lines, and they're all artificial to what we can and can't do and show. Now understand that women and men both have breasts. It's very odd the fact that a woman cannot show nipple on TV or in public, but a man can, right? And the reason why this public breastfeeding thing is such an issue is because people have never bothered to question and understand these artificial borders and lines in their society. You haven't bothered to question it. Why does it make you feel uncomfortable? When you were a child, you probably breastfed, right? It's a completely natural thing. I'd rather a woman breastfeed rather than getting some artificial food from a can, right? But the society that we live in, it confines women and puts and imposes all these boundaries on them, right? And it's so quick to shame a woman. You're wearing an outfit, you're doing your thing on stage, and then whoop, a nipple comes out. And next thing you know, you gotta give an apology because you were so indecent. So you can be wearing barely any clothes at all, but you just can't show a nipple. Otherwise you're a disgrace, right? Because that's a very taboo thing to do. That's not cool. And these type of issues happen when we don't question the laws and these artificial lines and boundaries that our society has set. Because now the more lines and boundaries and barriers that we have, the more things we're going to complain about. And the more we're going to have conflict. Because these things don't breed unity. They don't breed understanding, empathy. And so, rather than arguing over, is it indecent for a woman to breastfeed her child? Think about, is it indecent for you to judge and objectify her and tell her where she can and can't feed her child? Before you try to take away her rights and impose on her right as a mother and as a woman, ask yourself, is that your place? Because the fact of the matter is that she's doing something that doesn't affect you, and she's doing something that is her right. That's a completely natural thing. And so if we can just get ourselves out of this indoctrinated, make-believe, false lines and boundaries, if we can just get rid of all of that and see things for what they really are, and we start being more about people, and start looking out for each other and having empathy towards each other and treating each other with respect, we're going to continue to have these type of debates about who can and can't show a nipple, who can and can't get married, right? Black versus white. I want to leave my flag up, no, take it down. Don't let Muslims into the country, they're all terrorists. Mexicans are all rapists and drug dealers. We're going to continue to have these issues when we allow people to control our thinking and indoctrinate us with opinions and false lines.